Hey, it's Phil. In this Systeme.io course tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set up your own online course using Systeme.io. Now, this is going to be a full step-by-step instructional training, so if you stick around from the beginning until the end, by the end of this video, you'll have everything set up ready for students to come in. And speaking of students, there are two different methods for actually enrolling students into this program. The first one is by giving it away for free, so you can create a simple form. Once people put their name and email in, they can get access. And the second is actually using a sales funnel, meaning you sell the course to them. Once they purchase, they automatically get enrolled. So I'm going to show you all of these methods inside of this video. Now, just before we get started, if you haven't yet got Systeme.io and you're thinking about it, I've also got a bonus course called the Systeme Accelerator that I give away for people who join Systeme.io using my referral link. So if you want to get bonus templates, full step-by-step training, everything like that, make sure you join Systeme using the link in the description. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you want to do is log into your Systeme.io account. Now, this particular account is my test account. This is basically where I demo how to actually use this program. So what you want to do inside of here, and this is based on the free version. So the cool thing about this tutorial is we will use the free version to get everything set up and going. Now, there are a few things that you need to get set up before we actually go digging into creating your own online course. The first one is having your own custom domain and custom email sender set up. And to do that, you want to come to settings. Down here on the left, you see we have custom domains. You can see I've already got one set up here called noway9to5.com. And in emails, I've also set up my email sender, which is noway9to5.com. So if you haven't yet set this up, I'll leave a link to this video down below. It's going to show you step by step how to set that up. Less than 12 minutes and you'll be good to go. And then the second thing, if you're wanting to sell your online course, make sure you go to payment gateways on the left and make sure you connect at least one of these different types of payment platforms, because if you haven't connected one, you won't be able to sell anything until that's connected. And it's much easier to set it up now than it is to set it up later. So if you haven't, pause the video, go connect all of those things. And if you're good to go, let's get straight into it. The first thing you want to do is at the top, come to products and go down to courses. Now inside here, it is completely blank right now, and that is absolutely fine. The first thing we're going to do is add a new course. You can see the button on the right. Go ahead and click on that and we'll set up our new course. Now, if you have followed the instructions, the first ones, you will already have your domain set. So go ahead and select that domain now. And you can see this is going to be where all of our courses are now hosted. So what we want to do is name our course. Now I'm going to just call this the YouTube demo, just to keep it nice and simple, not to confuse anyone. So YouTube demo, you can also choose the URL slug that you can have. So I'll just once again call it YouTube demo. Now down here, we've got a couple of different themes that you can choose from. The main difference here is just the color schemes. I'm just going to stick with the default one. I like the colors inside of it. The blue actually kind of matches my brand. So I'm just going to go choose the first one, click on save, and this is going to set up the first part of it. So here is our demo. You can see right now the status isn't green, which means it's inactive. So we will create this course first and then we will activate it after. So click on your new course, and inside here, we don't see anything. Now, just so you know where everything is, on the top right, we have here settings, okay? And inside here is where you can add in all of your info. So instructor name, I'm going to put Phil Wilson. Description of this course. This is a course dedicated to showing people how to set up their own online course in the fastest time possible. Okay, really simple. Now down here, you can add in your teacher's photo. Just click on it and upload something. So I'll quickly just upload a picture of myself. Okay, so here's one of me. I'll just click to upload like so. Right. Next is the logo. This is probably going to be of your brand. So I'm just going to once again click it and upload something. Okay, so we'll just use my Funnel Scene brand for this example. Click to upload. Okay, and then you've also got your course cover. And for this particular example, I'll just upload something really quick. Okay, so obviously you would put your course name and title and everything, but to keep this video moving forward, I'll just use this one here. Click to upload, all right, and then we're good. Now there's a sales page, so if someone tries to access the course, we can redirect them to the sales page, and we'll come back and add this step in once we've actually created it. But for now, it's actually looking pretty good. If you want to change the font of the entire course, you can do so inside of here as well. So I'll just keep it nice and simple. I'll just type in here Lato, like down here. Okay. And we've also got some JavaScript, things like that. If you want to add in a certificate and things like that upon completion, you can add in the certificate logo and signature. For this example, I'm not going to add that. So let's go ahead, click on save. And we've already got a good baseline. So now if we come back to courses, we'll come back to our demo course here. If you want to see what it currently looks like, click on view and customize theme. And we'll be using this button throughout the training just so we can reference what it's actually looking like and how we can edit things. Now there is this edit theme settings button. What I recommend you do is if you want to add these now, you can. It's always easier to change the look and feel of something once it's actually built. So I'm just going to leave it as is, but you can see you can adjust the colors to suit your brand as well. Click on save settings and everything will be good. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I'm just going to go ahead and actually start building out the modules. So how it works is you've got your modules. Inside your modules, you've got your lessons. Very simple. So module 1, I'll just put module 1 so you can see how everything's progressed. I'll just call this getting started. Okay, click on save. And now we can add a lecture. So I'm going to put inside here, 1, welcome. Oh, I won't even put numbers. I'll just put welcome like that. Okay. And click on save. Right. Real easy. Now you can see this also needs to be activated. The course currently isn't activated. So what I'm going to do to save some time is just click on activate. This way we can see how it looks once we preview it. If you're adding new modules into a live course where people are already going through it, maybe you want to add in one that's not activated just yet so they can't see it. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's go first of all into this first lesson. Okay. So this is what the default template looks like, right? It's got tons of information in here, which is really good. And the reason they put so much in is you just delete what you don't want and then you can start from scratch. But what I'm going to do for this example is delete everything. Okay, because I like to start from scratch. I've got my own idea of how I like things to look. So what we can do now is start dragging in what we want to use. So I'm going to start with just a simple text, right? And inside here, this is just going to say welcome. And what I like to do is sort of have headline. I like to have a video, maybe some text, and then a couple of buttons down below. And what we're essentially doing is creating our template first, and then we're going to duplicate this particular training for all of our next lessons. So we have all of the elements ready to go. Then we can start customizing them. So first of all, welcome. You could even actually add in a headline text if you want, just to make it stand out a little bit better. We'll still use this in the video. So welcome, I might make it a bit bolder. And what I'm going to do for this section is actually, it's got padding, which is pretty good. I'm just going to change the content width because it's quite big. I'll just change it to wide and then it's not so big, which is pretty good. So welcome, I'm going to make this left aligned, okay? And I'm just walking you through basically what I like to see. Maybe medium. Actually, I like medium for the content width. So if you want to click on section, content width. Okay, and the next thing I will do is drop in a video module. This is considering that you're making a video course. If you're not, that's absolutely fine. You don't need to drop in the video module. Okay, so welcome. We've got our video module here, and then down below, we've got a little bit of text. Okay, so I'm just going to say, welcome to the course. Inside here, you will learn how to get your own online course built with Systeme.io. Something simple like that, okay? We can always add to it later. And what I'm going to do down below, just to save some time in the future, is actually drop in a 3 column. And I'm going to put it just down here a little bit like so. And then what I'm going to do is click on row. And you can see we've got margin here. I'm just going to give it maybe 10 margin just to drop it a little bit below. And then what I'm going to do now is actually go down to button and drag in a button. So what we're doing here is essentially we're going to customize it to look and feel how we want the entire course to be. And then we're once again going to duplicate everything. So click on button. I'm going to remove padding at the top. I don't know why it always has 25. I'm also going to scroll down to button width, make it fluid. So it takes up the entire container that we've given it. I'm going to change it to my brand colors. So if I scroll down, you can see blue color. I'm just going to choose this one here. This is mine from previous examples, okay, like so. So choose the color you want. I don't personally like the border underneath, so I'll get rid of that. So just keep scrolling down until you see everything you want. But what I am going to do is come to shadow and give it a bit of a mid shadow. Makes it just have that little bit extra pop, right? So it's looking pretty good. And what we can do is just leave it basically like this. And this is going to be our course layout, okay? So if you have a video already ready to upload, what you can do is click on this video section, scroll down here to either custom embed or upload file, and Systeme.io hosts your video files for you, so you don't have to worry about hosting fees or anything. And just click on this little cloud to upload a video. So I'll find something quickly I can upload and show you how it looks. All right, so I've found something. So go ahead and click on the cloud. It'll look like this. I'm just going to drop in this file like so. It's very small. It's just a testing sort of video. Now you will notice if it is quite a large file, it is going to take quite some time. So make sure your computer doesn't go to sleep or else you have to start again. It's a bit of a pain. But once it's added, go ahead and click on insert, okay? And what I highly recommend you do is on the left, you see here controls. You want these to be on or else no one can actually see the video. It's very weird how they've made it like that, but it is what it is. Okay, so that looks pretty good so far. We can go ahead and click on save now. Now, if I go to exit, and let's go ahead and actually have a look what it now looks like, you'll get an idea of how the entire course is going to look, okay? Okay, so here it is. As you can see, I've got a great face going on there, but we have our modules on our left. We've got our lessons underneath. We have got our video, we've got our heading, our text below, and our button. So now before we go any further, there is one more thing I recommend you do. So come back to courses, come back to your lesson that you've created. And what I recommend you do is come in here and actually create a second button. Now, as you can see, this button looks pretty funky, but that's fine. Just drop it into this second tab here. And what we're going to do is just quickly mobile optimize this lesson, and then we're going to duplicate it as templates for all of them. So click on mobile here, and you can see the button doesn't look as good as it does here. So we're quickly just going to optimize this a little. And how to do that is click on the button, scroll down on the left. You can see we have here font size, so I'm probably just going to make that around 18. Sub font size, I'm going to probably make that about a 12 because it's on your mobile. You don't want it to be massive. And what else I'm going to do is just look for padding. So if we keep scrolling down, we have here padding. I'm just going to increase it a bit, right? Because you can see it's really cramped. I might make it about 12 for top and bottom. And as it's fluid, we don't need to worry about left and right. So this button here looks good. That one looks a bit cramped. So what I'm going to do is go back to the mobile view. I'm now going to delete this one, okay, the second one, and then duplicate this one again. So if I put in 3 buttons now and have a look on mobile, it looks really nice. And you can see we've got a pretty tight gap at the top for welcome. So we're going to click on welcome here, and I'm going to add in maybe a little 10 margin. So to do that, click on this little 4 square box here, and it'll pop up all of the single measurements. So I'm just going to maybe make it 5. 5 looks okay. 10 looks probably better, I think. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Same thing with the text module here. So I'm going to go to margin. I'm going to put maybe 5 at the top, 5 at the bottom, just to spread it out a little because it was really cramped before. So now if someone goes on this one here, it doesn't look so bad, right? It just looks that little bit nicer. Okay, so I'm happy. So this is good. I'm pretty happy with the entire layout. If there's, of course, another element you're going to use, be sure to go and add it in first. It could be whatever it might be. It could even be a custom HTML, but go ahead, click on save, right? And now this is our first template done. So hopefully when you're creating this course layout, you already have an idea of what your course is going to be out. Sometimes I build the course layout before I even build the course, or maybe you're smart and do your research and know exactly what's in what module before you go to this step. Regardless, I'm going to show you how to create modules and lessons really quickly. It's going to save you a ton of time down the track, and to do it's really simple. So on the right here, we've got our first welcome lesson. Let's go to the 3 dots and let's click duplicate, okay? And it's going to duplicate that entire lesson. So what we're going to do is do it maybe, I don't know, I'm just going to say each module has 4 lessons. So now we've got these 4 lessons inside of this first module. And so to rename them, just come to, see we've got copy welcome, go right across to the edge and click on the 3 dots and go to settings. Okay, and inside settings, I'm going to call this first things first, right? I'm just going to make up some lesson titles so it looks legit. Welcome, first things first, and I'm going to call this second one YouTube tricks for growth, okay, something like that. It's going to be a YouTube demo, and then we're going to call it optimizations before you begin, okay, something like that. So now we've got one module, 4 lessons. Let's go to YouTube demo, our preview, click on refresh, and boom, we now have 4 lessons already created with all of the layout features inside of it. Okay, so once we actually go to upload all of our videos, all of our buttons, all of our text, we just have to edit each individual lesson. It's going to save you so much time. So let's go back now and add in a new module. So module 2, this one is going to be called building your foundation, something like that. Click on save. Now, once again, let's save some time. Let's do some tricks to save the build time dramatically. So once again, go back to whichever lesson you wish and 3 dots, and now duplicate one more time. Click on confirm, and we can just click and drag into the second lesson, right? Boom, time saver, amazing. 3 dots once again, click on settings, okay? And let's start naming it. So starting on solid ground, okay, something like that. Next, we will go to duplicate one more time, right? And the same thing again, let's just say it's 4 lessons in module 2, okay, like so. And I'll just quickly rename these. So starting on solid ground, I'll actually pause the video so you don't have to watch me do this. Okay, so something like this, 2 modules, 4 lessons for each. So let's go back to our preview. Let's click on refresh and see what it now looks like. Okay, so we've got 2 modules, 4 lessons on each, and they've all got all of the previous template info, right? So the heading, the video, text, and some buttons. Okay, so what I would do if I was you right now is come back to the very first lesson, okay, and you can once again change the heading if you want, then change the video if you want to add the right video, change the text to reflect the video you're uploading. And then if you don't need any of the buttons here, that's absolutely fine. It's better to have them and delete them instead of adding them in manually and having to go manually customize them. If you've changed the color, if you've changed the font, if you've changed the background, these will all need to be customized every time you drop in a new button, as you can see like this. So if you just duplicate them all and add them in the template, it's just going to save you tons of time. So I'm just going to delete all of these like so. Let's just say the welcome video is done. Just go through each one now and customize them, right? And honestly, that's how simple it is creating your first online course with Systeme.io, right? So come in here, change the title. So this is going to be first things first, okay? Change the video, change the text, what you need to focus on, you know, whatever. Change the button text, right? You might only need 1, so delete, delete. Okay, you get the idea of how everything works. So now if we go into the demo one more time, click reload, I'll just show you that everything gets updated really quick. Okay, so you can literally build out your entire course if everything's shot in like half an hour. It's extremely, extremely quick. All right, so that's the whole course building part of it. Now, how do you actually get people into it? Let's go into that particular part. So everything's looking good. Once again, settings are here if you need to adjust anything, everything like that. Now, what we want to do is go ahead and actually create a funnel. So to do that, come to websites, go to sales funnels. I'll show you first the lead generation strategy, and then we'll go into the actual funnel one. So we're going to click on create. We're going to go to the name. I'm going to call this the YouTube course registration. Okay, and funnel domain, make sure you choose your custom domain, right? And what we're going to do is just build an audience. This is just going to pre-populate 2 steps into our funnel. You can choose your currency as well. Make sure that's set in settings. And it's just going to be somewhere to put in a form information and then a thank you page. So if we click on our funnel now, you can see we've got the squeeze page and thank you page, right? Super easy. Now, there are a lot of pre-made templates inside of here. So if you want to save some time building out something, you can easily go and choose something. I'm just actually going to build one from scratch. So to do that, I'm going to click on select here, right? Any template. Once that's there, what we can do is call this the YouTube course registration. Okay. And for your domain, if you want it to be just what your domain is, for example, noway9to5.com, you just backspace everything here. And it's going to be checked. And that's how you can do it for all of the pages. If you want the, whichever page you want to be the naked one, you just remove everything. So I'm just going to leave it like that for now and click on edit page. Okay. And now this is just going to load. I'm just going to go ahead and delete everything. I like things to be kept extremely simple. So to do that, you just hover over the right of the sections and then just click delete. Okay. And yeah, once again, they just put everything in here. So you've got lots to work with. But if you know what you want, you can just build from scratch. Okay. So that is all done. So first I'm going to go to settings. I'm just going to change the font to Lato. To keep it nice and congruent, okay? And also actually I'm going to change the color of the links to blue, okay? Just to make it look nice, right? And the same with the text, I'll just make it black, right? Okay, so it's looking pretty good. So now the first thing I'm going to do is drop in headline text, okay? And what I'm going to do is, actually I'll drop in a few different bits. So I'll drop in text below it. I'm now going to scroll down to form input, drop in 1. I'm actually going to drop in 2. So it's going to be name, email, and then I'm going to drop in button. Okay. Now you can see it's a big page and the text looks kind of weird. So I'm going to click on section and I'm just going to change this to small. Okay. So I might even go extra small just so it's a little tiny form. Now, what I want you to remember with marketing, which I see everyone always doing wrong, is if you're just trying to get people into a program nice and quick, super simple, especially if it's free, you don't want to give them too much things to pick at, right? Just a simple headline saying who this is for, a little call to action, which is the little text here, and then basically a place to put in their buttons, okay? It's extremely easy. So call to action, what I'll do is pull up a little template that I created. Okay, so it's this one here, how to solve problem without reason for failure and time reference. And this is basically what I use for most of my opt-ins. So I'll just paste it in here. And we're just basically calling out who this is right for, right? So this is going to be, let's just say it's a YouTube course on how to set up YouTube. How to set up on YouTube without overwhelm or confusion in, right, less than 10 minutes or whatever it might be, right? And obviously it's got to be legit. It could be 30 minutes, right? But if someone saw that and they're looking to get set up on YouTube, but they just didn't know how, this would be exactly what they're looking for, right? Super simple. And I'm just going to put in here, enter your name and email to get enrolled to the course, okay? And this is basically just telling them exactly what will happen once they put in their name and email, okay? Really quick, it's really simple. Now form input, what we want to do on the left is click select to type. So you want to click on it and I'm going to go first name. All right, and the second one is going to be email, same thing again. And now we've got our button. Once again, I'm going to make it full width. I'm going to change the color. So I want it to be that blue that I already have saved. Okay, and I'm going to change the text because it's quite thin. So what I'm going to do is click on font type. This time go to Google Fonts and I have to manually choose Lato so I can get these additional settings. So I'm going to make it bold. You can see it's a lot darker now. And for this one here, it's quite dark, but I don't want it to be dark for the subtext. So fonts, Lato once again, and I'm just going to put light and you can see it's changed, maybe normal. Okay, really quick and easy. So now for the text for the button, I'm just going to say get instant access. Okay. And for subtext, I will say, you will receive email login instructions, something like that. Okay, real easy. Now to make it look a little bit nicer, I'm also just going to highlight some stuff. So get set up on YouTube. Let's make it kind of green, right? Less than 30 minutes. Let's make it red. Okay. And then maybe even overwhelm or confusion. Let's make it underlined. Okay. So it's pretty punchy, very straightforward. What we always need to have as well, once we create a lead generation funnel where we take someone's information, is always have privacy policy as well. Now, there are plenty of video tutorials on how to create a privacy policy. I'll link to one down below this video too. But what we want to do is basically give some padding to the bottom of this page because this is currently the entire page. So for padding, click on this little manual tool. I'm going to put here maybe 3. You can see it's brought the page to this size. I'm also now going to create a footer where you can host in your information about the privacy policy. To do that, what I'm going to do is create a new section like so. I'm going to drop in a text down here. And this is personal preference. What I'll do is highlight the text, click on the color just up here and go white. And then for the section, I'll go ahead, click the green section part there and make the background black, like so. And I'll change the padding to 20. Okay. And this is where you can put in your brand. So I'll put in funnelscene.com. If you want the copyright symbol, just open up Google, put in here, copyright symbol. Okay. And you can just see it's here. Just copy it like so. Okay. Go back to editor, paste it in there, and you can highlight it, make it white. Okay. Looking pretty good. All rights reserved. And then put a little pipe. You can either do a line or a pipe. I'll just do a line, this one. Privacy policy. Okay, policy, one more line, and then we'll put in here as well, terms and conditions. Whatever you put down here is up to you. If there's like income claims, make sure you've got an income disclaimer, all that sort of good stuff. So I'll just make sure it's all not bold. I'll change the size as well. So I'll bring it right down. It doesn't need to be huge, maybe like 14. Okay, so we're looking pretty good now. And of course, you want to highlight your privacy policy. You want to link to it. Okay, so I'm just going to put, for this example, privacy policy. And if you do this / first, it means whatever your domain is for this funnel, it's going to go to domain / and then the URL. So if you ever change the domain name, it'll automatically update. Click on this little save button. Same thing goes for terms and conditions. Okay, link, terms and conditions. Easy. Click on save. Right, so now we've got our basic template. What we want to do is mobile optimize this. Once again, this is going to save you tons of time in the long run. Okay, you can see it doesn't look that amazing on mobile. We've also got some old template from the original template. So what I'm going to do now is just click on this text, highlight the whole lot, make the text smaller, probably about 12. That looks nice. Might even give it slightly more padding. So we'll just click up a bit, about 10, right? And we'll give this page here, so make sure you're on the green part. We'll give this some padding down the bottom, maybe put 100 on top, no, but more, 155, 100 and maybe 80, right? I want it to be sitting around the bottom. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Now you can see all the sizes are a little bit whack. So the same thing again. I'm going to highlight all of the text, right? I'm going to increase the size, I think. Actually, no, I'll reduce it a bit. That's looking actually pretty good. So I might leave that as it is. You can change the line height too if you want it to be, if you want more gaps or you want less gaps, right? Rule of thumb is you've got your font size plus, 2 to 4 for line height. So it keeps it nice and the same. Down here, we can probably decrease that a little bit. I'll give it also a little bit of padding just to spread it out a bit. You can see it's quite tight. Okay, so padding, click on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, looking pretty good. Now these placeholders are huge. The font sizes are huge. So click on the first one, first name. I'm going to put 14. That looks maybe 15. No, 14. 14 looks good. Okay, same thing for email. 14. Now if you want to change what the placeholder says, you can see when you click on it, it's got placeholder here. So maybe I want capitals. Maybe for email, I put in your email address. Okay, something like that. So we're looking a lot better already. And then for button, okay, same thing here. The get instant access is massive. So we'll come down to font size. We'll bring it to say 16. And the subtext is also massive. So we'll bring it down to about 11 or 12. 12 looking pretty good, but it's still really scrunched up and there's not much of a gap between the next one. So you can see you do definitely need to mobile optimize. So what I'm going to do is increase the button size a little. So padding, top, I'm just going to increase that to maybe 12. Bottom, once again to 12. And then left and right's fine because it's fluid. And we also want margin. We can also do corners too if you want to have rounded corners. You can see it's now like a button. I think by default, I think they're about 3 on the form fields. So yeah, to keep it the same. Now, once again, you can add a shadow if you want a shadow, right? I'm going to get rid of that cheeky border that keeps appearing. Where is it? Okay, so you might actually have to do it in the desktop version. Weird. Okay, so I'll remove that. That's fine. Where are we? Shadow, mid. Okay, So we're pumping through this. So this is looking pretty good. Once again, the only thing I want is margin. So I'm going to increase margin to just a rough guess compared to that one. That looks pretty even. So this looks pretty good, guys. So I'm going to go back to desktop. Now I'm going to click save. And just before we quit this page, I know it's taking a little bit of time, but trust me, you're going to save a load of time when you do this for your future pages. So click on the background, right? So you should see the green section. Now, if you look at the top here, we've got this little disk, okay? If you click on save, and we're going to just call this the YouTube course registration, okay? What we're going to do is click create. And the reason we're creating a template is because when we create our next video, we want to have the already same size text. We also already want the same font. We already want all the mobile optimization. So we don't have to do it all again. It's such a pain if you have to do it. And if you duplicate the pages, Systeme's made the particular pages in a certain format, so you can't actually duplicate the squeeze page twice and have it actually function without a form. So this is the best way to do it. Same thing goes with our footer. Go over the green part, but this time we're going to make it even a little bit more interesting. So click on save, and we're just going to call this the YouTube course footer. But this time we're going to click create a master block. And basically what a master block means is every place that this block has been added, if you change one thing in it, it's going to update all of the pages that have this block added. Now this is perfect for footers. If you need to add in anything else, you just update one page, it's going to update all of them. Really cool. So click on create, right? And click on save. Now, obviously, if it's something you're selling, you're going to want to put more information, but if it's something for free, this is more than enough. Now, the last thing to do is on settings here. Okay, click on settings, scroll down. This is going to be here under search engine optimization. This is going to be the information that's going to appear if you share your link to this page on Facebook or other social media platforms. So you want to give people an idea of what's inside of it. So what I'm going to do is put I'm going to pull this YouTube demo course, right? I'm just going to be like, grow your business on YouTube or something, right? And the description is going to be in the text one more time. Get instant access to the YouTube demo course so you can take advantage of YouTube and grow, or something like that. Keywords, I'm just going to pull a grow on YouTube. Author, put in your name or your brand. So I can put in here funnel scene. And social image, this can either be, the simplest way to do it actually is if you click on save, right? If you have already a logo, you know how I did that picture. Actually, I'll just go and find it. Right, let's just pretend that this is the, oh, that one's larger than 5. I'll just do a smaller one. This one here. Right, I'm just dropping in basically an image. So this is the image that's going to show on the social media platform you're sharing it to. So if you've got a course image, this is what you want to do, right? Which we talked about right at the beginning of this video. So once this has quickly been added, go ahead and click on insert. Okay, boom. Go ahead, click on save one more time. Right, opt-in page is done. Okay, so click on exit. Now the squeeze page has been completed. Let's go now to our thank you download page. Okay, and once again, choose any template you want if you're going to copy what we've done. So what I'm going to put inside here is maybe like success. Okay, so I'll just put here thank you page, right, and click on edit. And so the purpose of this is to say, hey, check your email, you've been enrolled. If you're selling them to any other products or services that you might have, this is a good place where you can add it. But yeah, what we want to do now is click on blocks, okay? And you want to come to blocks, click on that last one you've just created, and then go back and come to my master blocks and then drop on the YouTube course folder. And guess what? Your page is already halfway there. So what I recommend you do, and something I always do, is get rid of the form. We don't need it anymore because we already have their name and email. Okay, and over here, I don't know why it's not bold, but let's make it bold. Oh, we're going to go to settings, sorry, and change to later. Okay, boom, there we are. That looks better. I personally like to put in a little video because I just like shooting video. It's easy. And to do that, you can just drop in a video module like so. Same thing again, upload your video by clicking upload and then drop it in here. So actually, I'll just drop in this one again. This could just be saying, hey, thank you for getting the course. It's now gone to your email. If you have any other call to actions that you want them to have, like, hey, make sure you subscribe to YouTube or something like that, then you can put them in this button here. Make sure the course controls are on. But if not, you could even just drop in an image of the course and say, hey, check your email to get access, and you can delete the button. Let's just say if you were to try to get them to go somewhere else, could be to subscribe on YouTube, click on the button, okay, and go to open URL. This could just be, youtube.com, whatever, and then click save, okay? So now we have got a place where they can put in their name and email, and now we've got a place where they go after they've put in their name and email. So the cool thing about this is we're almost completed if you actually want to give away a free course. What you want to do is come back to this first page step, click on automation rules, click on add rule. Here we have trigger, press the plus and go funnel, step, form, subscribed. Okay, it's already going to select the one you have. Action, what you want to do is now come down to enroll in course. Right, choose the course, YouTube demo, click on save. Guess what, my friend? You are completed if you're just doing the free course demo. And let me show you what I mean. Let's go ahead and test this puppy out. And just so you know, I've had a few questions about this. Systeme has already got automated emails that once someone enrolls, an automatic email is going to send them all of the info. Same thing goes with if they're purchasing a product. It's already automated. The invoice is automated. You don't have to do anything about it. I don't even think you can edit it if you really wanted to. But let's go test out this demo. Okay, so I'm going to put in here Phil. I'll just put in here hello@funnelscene.com. Click get instant access. Right. And it's taken us to the thank you page. You can watch the video if you want. And I'm just going to pause the video and let you know how long it takes to receive the email. Okay, so it took about 10 seconds. And here is the email right here. Congratulations, you've gained access to YouTube demo. Here's your username to log in and set a new password. Click this button and boom. So that's it. Now, once again, you can't really edit this, but just know it's automated now. So if anyone tries to register, they will be automated. They should get the email and of course, test it for yourself. So far so good. We've created a lead funnel, right, to get people's name and email and enroll them in a brand new course. Now, let's just say you wanted to actually sell your course, okay? Let's add in another step. So far we have got the course registration page. This is a place where people put in their name and email. And what we're going to do is leave this here because if you are a solid marketer, eventually you're going to create an entire funnel where you can advertise and know exactly how much each lead is going to cost you. And to do that, you start off with something for free, which is this first page. You'll then send them to a sales page, which we can create next, and then a checkout page, and then they can go to this thank you page. So let's go through the steps. Click on add step. What we're going to do inside of here is we're just going to call this the YouTube demo sales page. Okay. On type, we're going to come to, if you come down and look for sales page, okay, click on save. And we're just going to drag this in between. Okay. So now we've got all these different sales page templates and I'm just going to select one for this example. And honestly, there's a million ways you can create a sales page. I'm just going to call this the YouTube demo because that's the name of the course. Okay. Click on that and click on edit. And basically the purpose of this page is to inform the person exactly what your product is about. Show them some info about it. Show them as many testimonials as you can about this program and why it's going to be good for them. If, of course, you haven't got any testimonials, make sure you do. So you can come in here, edit all of this, change the text as normal. I'm not going to go through creating a sales page. That's an entirely new training, which I'll link to if I've done it. But for now, I'm just going to click on sales page. But just make sure these buttons go to next step URL, okay? And I'll show you why in just a sec. Okay, so you can just edit these however you want. Just for this example, I'll just go next step URL. Okay, and go exit. And then what we want to do is now add in a order page. Okay, so add new step. I'm just going to call this the YouTube demo order. Okay, type is going to be scroll down to order form, click on save. And once again, put it in between the sales page and the thank you page. And what you want to do is choose a layout that you like, right? So if you like just something simple, and just remember you can change all the colors or the fonts, it's just more about the layout, which is important. So I might choose for this example, ooh, hard choice. I'll just choose this one here, okay? And what I'm gonna do here is YouTube demo order, okay? These are the URLs we're changing, right? And now is the fun stuff, okay? So if I go have a look at this funnel step, okay? You can come inside here, you can change the text, everything like that. You already know how to do it. We've been playing around with it. The most important part is actually making sure it works. So to do that, what we need to do is come down and we need to add in a product. So we've got our page. You can go and edit things how you like. But what we need to do now is create the offer type. So first of all, click digital product, okay? Now digital products, price plans and resources, okay? So what we want to do is click plus because we're going to create a new one. This is called the YouTube demo course, okay? Now for resources, because we've already created our course, you can just click on plus, choose a resource, choose course, and now you can select your course from the drop-down. So it's not actually allowing me because I haven't activated the product. So what I'm gonna do is quickly go to products, courses, open it in a new tab, okay? And then click activate, click confirm. Okay, so we'll come back to the sales page and I will just reload it. I'll do this again. So digital product, okay. We're gonna call this, click on the plus, YouTube demo course. Okay, resources, once again, choose course. And this time we're gonna choose YouTube demo. Boom, there it is. Course type, full access. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now we're gonna create a pricing plan. So you want to click on this little plus. Is it going to be a subscription payment plan or is it a one-time? I'm going to just choose one time. I'm going to go create a new one because I haven't created any pricing plans. It's a new account. So displayed on the order form, this is what it's going to show you. I'm just going to put YouTube demo. Okay, and this is for my dashboard. I'm just going to call this YouTube demo. And then this is just what I like to do on my dashboard. Let's just say it's a $97 course. I'll put the price point in here just so it's easy to get to when I need it. Statement descriptor, once again, YouTube demo. This is what's going to show up on this statement. Price plan, so if you're creating a subscription pricing plan, you can choose here. And the amount, $97. Click on save. So believe it or not, but this entire funnel is actually now completed. So if someone came to this first step, they put in their name and email inside of the funnel step here, it would actually take them now instead of to the thank you page to the sales page, where they can learn more info about this particular product. Once they click on the start now, it will take them to the checkout page. Once they fill out their information and pay for it, it'll actually take them then to the thank you page, and you can edit this to say anything, whatever the information is. They're going to automatically get sent an email with their login information, and then you can just start seeing your dashboard fill out with sales. You can also come to leads and sales inside of here too and see who's actually purchased. So hopefully this makes sense. I haven't gone through step by step, obviously, the sales page creation, because this is an entire video on its own. But hopefully this has been a big help. I will leave a link to download this funnel. Obviously, you'll need to update it. And I'll also actually link to the course layout as well. So if you want either of those for free, those links will be down below, plus other training and tutorials. But hopefully this has been helpful. If it is, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know down below, and I'll see you on the next video.